Welcome back, everybody. My name is Relic. We're playing Call of Cthulhu. We are back in, it looks like, the Hawkins Manor. We were saved by a doctor in the Institute who is apparently friends with our police friend who is not dead somehow. Not really sure on the how of that. If we're even, awake right now. Who knows how crazy we are. Let's see what we've got going on. I have 2 CP available. This needs 6, 5, 6, 6, and 4, so I'm just going to hold on to it for now. Our sanity is even lower, so that's fun. Got a new one. The death of Francis Sanders. The weirdness of Francis Sanders' death went far beyond anything Pierce had ever seen. Lifted off his feet by an invisible force, the poor man's body was carried into the air before being thrown violently against the bars of his hiding place. He wasn't really hiding, he was on a chair. Pierce, powerless, watched the limbs break and Sanders' body crumple to the ground. During long moments of agony, the detective saw nothing that would explain this event. Weakened by his wounds and the operations he could remember undergoing, Pierce begins to question his ability to tell the difference between reality and the nightmare that haunt him. Yeah, are we in reality right now, or are we being haunted by our nightmares? CP, but I'm not going to spend them right now. Francis Sanders was an art dealer. He died before my eyes in circumstances that I cannot explain. Bloodstained badge, I remember that. By the machine with the meat. Medical records for Sarah Hawkins. Sarah Hawkins was interned at Riverside for fits of insanity. Got my stuff back. Different medicine books that we've picked up so far, and some of the occult items as well. I got this dagger on us, huh? It's the control button doing that. Anything new to see and pick up here?
No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
Okay.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day's only starting. It's fine.
Could my leg be more messed up than it is? You.
How's our fugitive?
Why are you
Dr.
alive?
Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce,
Good question.
are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Sarah Hawkins was the object of a
I saw
cult.
people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
I have flashbacks. They haunt me.
What did they do to you?
There was that Dr. Fuller, and a nurse. Blood everywhere. My legs, the pain, I couldn't bear it. I was screaming. They injected me with something. I woke up at the Institute. Bradley was there.
And how you scared us. You seemed demented.
You likely woke up during the anesthesia. No wonder those memories haunt you. What in God's name were they doing to you?
What happened afterwards?
When I woke up the second time, I was in a padded cell. That's where you found me, Doctor. After you released me, I got a good look at what's in store for the patients of the Riverside Institute. Hallucinogenic gas pumped into the cells. An infernal machine. Horrific medical experiments.
Impossible. Dr. Fuller would never do such a thing.
You should believe it, Ethan. What Mr. Pierce saw is precisely what I've been trying to prove. Did you discover anything else?
His face is like...
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was.
Was.
I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there, with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no
Yeah,
sense.
the fact that you're alive.
I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That
I was
seems
on some
wise indeed.
hallucinogenic
Very
drugs
well.
after all.
I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps
Hey,
I'll
wait, I
find a
want to talk
link
to these people
between
more.
her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Hold on, we're not done here. Why are you alive?
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
I bet they are. Your head is probably very confused as to why you're still breathing. What's going on here?
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
Okay then, I guess we're away. Don't mind me, I'm just an escapee from the insane asylum. Pierce, Colden, and Bradley decided to team up to solve the Sarah Hawkins case. They have a new trail to follow Francis Sanders, an art collector and friend of the painter who died right in front of Pierce. The detective goes to his house in order to speak to his widow about the Shambler that the unfortunate man mentioned before he died. Ah, good, I got my coat back.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
What are you doing here?
Look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday, I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
We had a short conversation and then I left. I don't know what happened after that.
Oh, I see. Mr. Pierce, you must forgive my audaciousness. But I've had practice of life in high society for over 30 years. Reading one's interlocutors, recognizing the politeness of a lie, are things that are taught very early to young girls from a good family. But your lie has nothing polite about it. It is crass, insulting, and dare I say, terribly suspicious. Try to understand my position. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Nope. Let's see. I feel like this one is going to end the conversation. And I'm probably going to fail this one, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
Oh yeah,
It
that
is
way I
my
could go
only
crazy
lead at
too.
this stage. I suppose I have
Crazier.
nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long.
Yes, thank you. But before I do that, I'm going to look at all the things in your house.
The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives.
She looks pleasant. Anything on the back? Ooh. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go into a trance here and put together a scene in your house. What do we have?
A house of artists.
Okay.
Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
How did I get that from a Tika? Okay.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
Probably not.
She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? The Shambler. I need to see it.
Really?
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to the return of his body to you. At the moment of his interment, you signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Well, that's not shady or anything. Probably gonna be a puzzle later. Ooh, another medicine book. Have I progressed? I think I've been like level 2 forever in medicine. I'm a professional occultist though. It's 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, okay. Just let me wander around.
Let's
your
see what
house.
this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
An audio recording that Francis Sanders left for his wife Irene. Sure, I'll take it. Locked. It's the front door of the house, I believe. Don't worry, I'll just try every door until I find out which one is the one you want me to go to. Don't worry about me. Also, I'm gonna play this thing for you.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
I don't want to listen to it again, so I guess I'll just leave it there. So you want me to like burn down your gallery or something, or? Okay, I'll find it, don't worry. Hi there. Mind me, just
a strange
having a look.
Amerindian pendant.
Ancient amulet, probably Amerindian. I wonder what its purpose could be. Apparently I know because it gave me occult knowledge.
I could use one of those.
Sleeping pills. Found these sleeping pills in the Sanders house. Were they prescribed to Francis Sanders or Irene? The Whale and the God. The Cod. Or A Brief History of Darkwater by Erwin Greenmouth. It is focused on the past glory of the island.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all hope of ever owning this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins. Or why she eventually gave it.
An old diary.
This volume spends some time on Riverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregations are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of their vision as a messenger sent by God. She is scared that they will suffer the same fate as the lost tribe. Don't mind me, just taking stuff. Would you read the book? I don't know, what is it? Well, now. This will affect your destiny. Cool. It's a kind of encyclopedia of monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Yeah? Malleus Bestiarium. What's up? Just a second, let me check how insane I am now. Cool. Pierce read an ancient treatise, the Malleus Bestiarum. This bestiary makes an inventory of numerous creatures from the occult world or parallel dimensions. The very nature of its knowledge makes it an unholy book. By reading it, Pierce lost some of his sanity. Cool. I am shaken. The ordeals you have gone through have left their mark, but you will still manage as best you can. You keep your mind busy in order to chase away doubts and painful memories. You still have some way to go. Who knows where your mind could lead you along the paths of insanity.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
Doesn't mean I'm telling.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here
Probably
on
over
business.
money.
Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why you?
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network, and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
You threatened to stab me earlier. Oh. Dissertation on an anatomical question. It is the work of a student in book form. Although the observations are relevant, they lack the expertise of an experienced physician. However, the questions asked allow us to imagine new ways of exploring human anatomy. At level 2. Can I spend those points or something, maybe? Nope. Doing. Head on in here. Take a look at the painting that I should definitely not look at. Why would I need to hide? Just wonderful. Ah, glowing green writing on tablets. Neat. Rod of Tentacles. That's a high-level magic item. Thanks for the commentary.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
That same Cthulhu face statue. Here's our painting. Ah, I got more oil. Lots of stabby implements here.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Got that sign on it. Star sign that was all over the place. Some giant tablet encased in stone. Oh, that's a weird looking thing, isn't it? You're right, that is very
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
We'll go ahead and pause the video here before we go up and look at the Shambler. We'll pick that one up in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.